everyone, it's Dina. This is what happens when you go into Bunnings for one item. Now, I don't even know if this is the right one and if it's going to fit our windows. I haven't given it a go yet, but that's what I went in for. And this is the receipt. Fold it in half. This is the receipt that I came out with, but I got some bargains and I couldn't resist them. So I wanted to show you what I got in there today. All right. So look, whole box of stuff. So what I'll do is I'll unpack it one at a time. Oh, there's a dog toy in there for Reg as well. I think I've said before that he is the, let's just say, the emperor of destroying things. So this is just a chew ring for him. He'll probably wreck it in about 2 seconds flat, but anyway, we'll give it a go. I've got to keep trying him. But I tell you what, if anyone makes dog toys out there and they're supposed to be unchewable and undestroyable, let me know if you want Reg to try them out for you. Anyway, so I'm going to move that out of the way. So what we've got left here, oh gee, how did you guess it would be plants? But these were the best kind of plants. They're still alive, as you can see, but they have been reduced to clear, so they're on clearance. So let's move the box out of the way and I'll show you what I've got one at a time. All right, move this over here. So this is the first one. This is actually an indoor and it's with a nice little ceramic pot there. So you can see that one was reduced to $4. Now I'm not sure how much it was originally. I don't think it says on the tag, but it doesn't say on there either. It's looking a little bit sad, but all it needs is a new pot. So I'm not sure what sort of indoor plant that is. I don't know my indoor plants as well as my succulents, but I think if I put that in a bigger pot and give it a good water, because it's really dry, can you see how dry it is in there? It looks terrible. Anyway, I'm going to give this a clean up. Take the sticker off. I'm guessing there'll be lots of glue there, so that'll take a bit of elbow grease to get that done. The only problem with the pot, it's very pretty, but it's got no drainage holes, so I might even, yeah, it's all right to have like a pot in a pot, I guess. Oh, I just noticed there, look at that. That poor baby's been trying to escape. The little roots coming out the bottom there. Yeah, so I could either put a little plant in there that doesn't need much room, or I could just drill a hole in it. I think I might do that, drill a hole in it. All right, so that was the first one. So bargain at $4 for a plant and a pot. All right, let's put that aside. All right, here's the next one. This is, I think it's actually a mammillaria, pico or something, but this one was $3. There's a little tiny baby there. I'm not sure if that one will make it or not, but the big one looks perfect. So honestly, and these luckily are as dry as a bone. Now, normally they put them in this rubbish here and it's a lot of cocoa peat or something. I don't know what it is. It's something really organic. And it's obviously just to get them through in the nursery, but the first thing you've got to do when you bring them home is dry them out and repot them into something that drains. Anyway, that one can be salvaged, so I was really excited about that. Normally I think that's about half price. It might even be a little bit more than half price. I'm not sure. It's probably about, yeah, $6, $7 for something that size normally. Anyway, cactus there. Cactus are beautiful. This one here, $4 on clearance, and so that's actually got quite a few babies in there. So for $4, to me, that's a bargain. Once again, as dry as anything, and that's really good. Often when you get them and they're on clearance, they're really wet and you've really got to try and dry them out, and you might lose something, one of the plants in the process. So that's looking really good. Let's move that over here. $2. This is just for the pot, but look at that pot. Isn't it beautiful? Now, it doesn't have a drainage hole either, but we can fix that up. We've got a special attachment for the drill, and I've done a video on that. So if you want to see how to, I've actually used some op shop pots. So that's what we call a thrift store. Often in Australia is called an op shop, which stands for opportunity shop. And I've done a video on how to drill holes in the bottom of those containers that I've gotten really cheap secondhand. So this is brand new, $2 just for the pot. Absolutely beautiful though, look at that. All right, and then these guys, there's two of these, string of pearls, look at that. $4 on clearance. So there we go. Has that got the original price on it? Yes, it has, $10. So less than half price. So what I might do, I might try and get these repotted and sorted out. And yeah, I won't drill a hole in these, but I'll show you what I've done with the plants. So I'll do that now and we will get onto that and repot them. And let's do that now whilst the dogs are outside and it's quiet. Yay. All right, let's get to it. And now this one's pretty prickly, but look at that. So it's very root bound and it's just in the wrong, it's just not in draining soil at all. So I'm going to have to take most of that rubbish off there. Oh, it's just peat moss. It's absolutely dreadful. There's even dust coming up from it. It's just so dry. That's the only good thing. Trying not to touch any of the prickles with my fingers because these guys are pretty prickly. I'll just leave the baby attached there, I think. But just get as much of that rubbish off as possible. Because if I leave it on there, it's just going to get root rot and die. Oh, all right, making a lovely mess here. What I could have done was actually wet this and teased it out. But the problem is I don't really want to water this for a couple of days. So I think that this is probably the better option. Even though it's quite messy. And yeah, the dust isn't great either. In fact, that actually looks like it might have mealybug on it. Look at that. Just shows you the importance. So this will have to go into, I'll have to treat it after I've planted it. And it will actually need to go into quarantine away from the rest of my plants. Yep, that will have to be treated with, I usually use methylated spirits. Liz K on YouTube, who's up in the ACT in Australia, she recommends 3/4 of a cup methylated spirits, 1/4 of a cup water. So it's pretty much, it's almost completely methylated spirits. Or you can use alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is really good. I've just found that the methylated spirit seems to be a bit stronger. I might actually treat that before I put it into the pot. And I'm going to check the other cactus that I got too, because I don't want to put it in the same pot if it doesn't have mealybug. So let's move all this stuff out the way. Okay, so I've just cleaned everything up. This is the alcohol that I'm going to be using. This is available from the chemists in Australia. This is a brand that they usually have. You can also buy isopropyl alcohol in Bunnings, I've found recently. So that was handy. I don't have any with me to show you what that bottle looks like, but you can, it's in the painting section. So I haven't compared prices. Maybe that could be a video if you're interested. But let's grab the cactus and give it a bit of a squirt. All right, just give it a really big squirt. I'm trying to get what's left of the soil as well, the roots. So it's dripping everywhere. That's what we want to see. They just suck the life out of the plants, literally and figuratively. So I'll set that aside and let it air dry and clean up again. And then we'll have a look at the other cactus and see if it's in the same boat. All right, so here's the second cactus. I can't see any mealybug yet. In fact, I probably should put my glasses on, but I can't see any there. But we'll take it out of its potting medium and see what's happening with that. And gently grab that out. I can't see any mealybugs. Let's take some of the rubbish off the bottom. Oh, a few prickles in the soil here. It's not really soil, is it? I feel like I'm going to be taking some of those prickles out later on. I should have had gloves on. Let's do that now. Better late than never. So, step 1, when working with cacti, always wear gloves. Learn from my mistakes. I'm sure you guys do the same thing. You just get a bit hasty and you just want to do stuff and get your hands in there. But, I mean, my hands are not soft and delicate anyway because I do, ouch! a lot of cleaning, but I still really need to remember to wear gloves because these are spiky, very spiky. This one's looking pretty good. I actually don't think it's got mealies, so I think it'll be okay. I don't want to speak too soon just in case I find a little critter in there, but it's still got the same gross stuff down there, like all of the organic material that the cacti just doesn't need. It just absorbs water and holds it, and they don't like it. This one's wasn't as root bound as the other one, but it's coming apart, so I'll just gently pull that apart because that's actually a separate cactus there. It's got its own babies. I can't see any mealies, but oh yes, I think I can. I think there are, I'm not sure. I'll give it a spray anyway, just to err on the side of caution. All right, so there's 2 more here. I tell you what, $4, and look at that. I got 3 plants with a whole stack of babies. Yeah, it does look like there might be mealy in there, I think. Oh, gee, that's frustrating. So it's not a bargain if they have mealies and you can't get rid of them. But anyway, we'll treat them and see what happens to them. It's a bargain if they survive, and if they don't infect my other plants, I'll put them somewhere away from everything else. All right, let's put those aside, clean up the mess. Have to do another clean again, just to make sure that we get rid of all the mealies. All right, let's grab these guys. And give them a good squirt too. I'm going to absolutely drench them, and like I said, again, the roots and the soil that's left on there. Just give them a drenching, let them air dry. Some people like to actually dunk them in, so that's another option. If you've got enough isopropyl alcohol, yeah, you might be better off having a container of it and actually dunk them in. Trying to make sure I get every little crevice, every little nook and cranny, or every little crook and nanny. That's called a spoonerism. All right. See, not just gardening facts. Learn lots of things when you watch my videos. Lots of useless information that's in my head. All right, giving these a solid soaking and set them aside for a little while just to dry out. Oh, they'll probably need to be treated again soon, so I'll leave them a couple of days and then I will give them another good squirt. Trying to make sure I get the soil saturated as well. All right, so I'll set them aside, have a big clean up, and then we'll pot them up. So back, I'm feeling a little bit high on the alcohol spray. Woo, we're strong. Right, so I'm just going to put these guys all in this pot. So what I'll do, I'll just arrange them, put these guys together. All the cousins can hang out together. Oh, well, these aren't cousins, these are siblings, I suppose. Not sure what these are. I can't remember. They're golden somethings, golden torch. Not sure. If you know what they are, please feel free to comment below. Let's put some soil in. Where's my spoon? There's my spoon. We'll put them front and center so you can see, and we'll add some soil in. All right, so I've tried to leave a little bit of a space there for the top dressing. So I'll just push that down. It's nice and sandy, so it's compacting quite well. And let's just add a bit of top dressing. just push it down, make sure that it's not going to come out when I water them. There we go. All right. So I will put these into quarantine. At least they've got each other to hang out with, which is really good. And I'll treat them in a couple of days with some more alcohol spray. But hopefully they'll do okay. So they're going to be away from all my other plants, just somewhere on their own. They might be a little bit lonely, but they can hang out together. All right, so let's have a look and see what's happening with the other plants that I got in Bunnings today on clearance.